Wii Wonders!
Welcome, wonderful watchers, to Wii Wonders, a Wii game review series by me, Souldin of the Grin brothers. This episode will cover the Wii game Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, a marble rolling platforming game developed by Amusement Vision and published by Sega. Let's begin playing then. It's Waggle time!
Story time!
The tale of these plastic ball-encased monkeys begins with them admiring their golden banana bunch. Suddenly, the group are attacked, and their gold bananas plundered by the giant pirate, Captain Krabuchin. The rapscallion hands out a gold banana to each of his 7 minions, which is rather generous of the villainous foe, and so it's up to the super monkeys in balls to roll through jungles, deserts, caverns, and more to get their bananas back. And that is everything to the story. Pretty simple, isn't it? Less simple is the backstories of the many playable characters, conveyed to the player by the manual rather than the game. Doctor is a mysterious amnesiac doctor new to the Super Monkey Ball series, as is the high-jumping and fearless Yan Yan, one Mimi fears is trying to steal AA from her. I've no idea why the decorative Mimi is worried though, as her and AA's son from the future is hanging out with them in the present day. And they named their baby Baby.
Not sure it's quite right. To really be punching a baby?
Even Gon Gon has an air of mystery to him, having once been a rowdy rival of AA's and sporting a scar on his head of unknown origin. And finally we have the protagonist, AA. He likes bananas. For a game featuring such a short plot with minimal cutscenes with dialogues, it's both bizarre and impressive how elaborate the monkeys' backstories are.
Instruction time!
Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz has a myriad of controls, not due to options, but because of the variety of content from the main game to its abundance of minigames. The majority of these involve motion controls for movement, but differ in specifics, be they additional button usage, the requirement of a nunchuck, or how the Wii Remote is held. For the balancing platforming courses of the main game, pointing the Wii Remote at a level position towards the TV makes your character roll forward, whilst pulling the controller up at a 90-degree angle will have your monkey brake and roll backwards. Unsurprisingly, tilting the remote left and right will have your character gradually turn left and right, with the degree in which you tilt in these directions influencing the speed. Not that you'll need to tilt much, as the controls are rather sensitive, with a lack of a neutral position or sensitivity options. On the plus side though, both left and right-handed options are available, and you have the choice of using the A or B button for jumping. And just because this game likes to be different, you can pause the game, aim save replays, and view the course by holding down the plus button. Not press, I do mean hold it down. The controls are simple and the simplicity carries over to a lot of the minigames. Some are even simpler, requiring bare minimum instructions to understand, such as the ball navigating seesaw ball or the stick moving bug balance. Other minigames can be more complicated in what they require of you, sometimes because of the addition of the nunchuck and other times due to demanding a greater range of actions. This is alleviated in some minigames having similar or identical controls to one another, such as how each of the Hobbycraft-based minigames operate the same. But then there are minigames such as Monkey Wars with entirely unique setups not replicated by any other minigame. The quality of these controls vary from mode to minigame, though a rough 70% functions nicely. Unfortunately, the main game content falls into that roughly 30% of Wii waggling gaming that doesn't waggle well, with its oversensitivity, lack of a neutral position, and constant need for recalibration. The consistently controlled hovercraft minigames consistently control awkwardly, and the pull in and out motion is one minigame such as Trombone struggle with. Fish Catcher is an exception to that, and numerous minigames of all manners of controls work splendidly, but a few rotten bananas risk spoiling the bunch.
Action time!
I referred to Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz as a marble rolling platforming game, but it should also be considered a pie game, and perhaps even first and foremost. Its pie game mode and its 50 minigames received the most attention on the box. It's what's shown off if you wait on the title screen, and is what you start out on in the main menu. The Pie Game mode is either a collection of mini-games where you can aim to achieve the highest score possible, or a competition against others to see who can win the most mini-games and gain the biggest score over the other, all depending on whether you're playing this mode single player or multiplayer. Some of these minigames can only be played by 1 or 2 players, some of these minigames can only be played by each player taking turns, some of the minigames have the monkey's stats affect gameplay, and others require a nunchuck. The one thing they have in common is motion controls. You'll tilt the Wii remote in one minigame, shake it in another, shoot in a few with the A button, and perhaps perform multiple of the commands for a range of time depending on the complexity and stage amount of the minigames. Monkey Boxing, for example, is a brief but well-controlled minigame, but the only difference upon repeat playthroughs is whether you're facing the CPU or another player. Dangerous Route, on the other hand, has 3 separate choices of increasing difficulty to conquer, whilst Monkey Race has even more courses, unique tracks based off the main game, power-ups aplenty, and distinct controls and mechanics. Some minigames are certainly more content-rich than others, but whether you'll want to invest more time into the minigame will depend on your enjoyment and overall feel of its responsiveness. Monkey Darts may be the longer experience, but I would much rather play the surer and more polished Home Run Derby, or alternatively, the swift and unique Spaceship Landing. The main game is still called the main game though, and its 8 vibrant courses and 8 cleverly designed stages per course shouldn't be forgotten about. Your objective in this mode is to select one of the 6 monkeys who differ in various factors and roll through a hazardous obstacle course to the goal. You have a time limit to beat, occasional enemies to maneuver around, slopes to surmount, and bananas you can collect to earn lives and boost your score. These courses are spiced up with banana gathering bonus stages, interestingly designed boss battles, and an end of course credit sequence, which you'll end up playing oh so many times. The boss battles bring about some simply solved action pieces that fit in surprisingly well with balancing gameplay of the series, and particularly takes advantage of the new jump feature. The Desert Course boss was the highlight for me due to tying into the Super Monkey Ball formula most of all, but in the encounters with the pirate ship's course tentacle foe and the singing menace of the caverns were also great. As mentioned, your playable characters have different factors, some to which will make specific stages easier and others that will make the character more suitable for you overall. Some of these characteristics are noticeable straight away, such as Yan Yan's high jumping prowess and Baby's intense speed. Others are more subtle, such as Doctor's lower knockback, and others won't be noticed until key situations, such as Gon Gon's knack for walking through small obstacles. Finding the right monkey for the stage is a blessing, as is finding the right monkey for you. Yan Yan's got a good jump, she's easily one of my preferred characters. Overall, my 3 favourite monkeys, Baby's still really good to control. Yan Yan's actually pretty good, particularly on anything requiring a long jump, but weirdly enough, I'd say over Baby I've got a new favourite monkey in the form of Doctor here. He typically feels the best of players. All of these elements sound terrific, but they are hindered by some terrible flaws. The camera is pretty dreadful, making the act of turning a worrisome action, and even the frequent situation of not being able to tell where you're going. The knockback is annoyingly high for all the monkeys, bar Doctor, as is the bounciness you have from jumping, and this combines with a fairly broad hit detection to create a lot of frustration. A great many of the stages are nicely laid out, but not being able to see where you're going, what you bumped into, or why you were going faster than intended mars the experience. Oh, and the map overview is useless. A high point for the game though is its graphics, fabulously vibrant with an art style that causes everything to pop out. Bosses and courses alike have fantastic designs, and even the Pie games look great, carrying over some of the background themes of the main game. The music is also hectic, joyful, and upbeat, as well as ludicrously loud.
Ending time.
Waggle time is over, and the 2 questions left to answer are as follows. What are my overall thoughts on this game, and who do I recommend this game for? Frustrating. Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz has plenty of positives that are hard to appreciate because of the 3 C's. Controls, camera, collision. They combine to make a fun game, instead a frustrating one with a constant need of recalibration. Enjoyable moments did arise, and some stages left me feeling satisfied, but overall I feel this is best seen as a party game. It also has its flaws and frustrations, but I was able to garner greater enjoyment by focusing on splendid minigames such as the course-rich disc golf, the soothing yacht sailing, and the arcade-reminiscent Space Monkey Attack. The recommendations I feel differ depending on the focus. Those who can tolerate punishing gameplay in pursuit of high scores will draw enjoyment from the main game. Meanwhile, the pie games are well equipped for pies, and is also the content to which children will find enjoyable, an audience likely to be drawn in by the friendly visuals. Whether you choose to play the Wii wonder that is Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz is up to you. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this review, and thank you for watching.
World clear!
Yep, you really do have to do this each and every time. Alright, unless you can... Okay, you can do that. You can skip it, but otherwise the credits do play.
Thank you for watching. Cheerio!